USS Drayton was a main-class destroyer in the United States Navy before and during World War II. She was the second ship named for Captain Percival Drayton, a career naval officer who served during the American Civil War. Drayton was launched the 26th of March 1936 by the Bath Iron Works, Bath, Maine, sponsored by Miss B. E. Drayton, great-grandniece of Captain Drayton, and commissioned the 1st of September 1936, with Commander R.G. Pennoyer in command. Service history. After her shakedown cruise to Europe from the 6th of October to the 5th of December 1936, Drayton underwent final trials and acceptance, then sailed from Norfolk, Virginia, the 6th of June 1937 to join the scouting force at San Diego, California, the 19th of June. On the 4th of July she got underway to take part in the fruitless search from the lost aviator Amelia Earhart, participating in maneuvers at Pearl Harbor before her return to San Diego the 30th of July. For the next 2 years, Drayton exercised along the west coast, in the Hawaiian Islands, and in the Caribbean. Drayton's home port from the 12th of October 1939 was Pearl Harbor. With war raging in Europe and tension increasing in the Pacific, Drayton joined in the constant exercises and tactical problems preparing the fleet for action. World War II. Underway as plane guard for Lexington in TF-12 when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. Drayton, with the force, returned to Pearl Harbor the 13th of December 1941 after searching for Japanese raiders. Between the 24th of December 1941 and the 7th of January 1942, she escorted a convoy to Christmas Island, making 2 attacks on submarines en route. 4 days later she got underway in the screen of Enterprise for an airstrike on Bougainville on the 20th of February, returning to Pearl Harbor on the 24th. After screening attack to Suva Harbor, Fiji Islands, Drayton sailed from the United States the 25th of March and arrived at San Pedro, California, the 5th of April. She joined in training exercises and patrol duty on the West Coast until the 1st of August 1942. Drayton sailed from Pearl Harbor the 17th of November 1942 for action in the Solomon Islands. She sortied from Espiritu Santo the 29th of November with TF-67 to intercept a Japanese naval force guarding transports en route to reinforce Guadalcanal. At night, the American ships battled a determined Japanese force off Tassafaronga. When the action was over, Drayton picked up 128 survivors, including the commanding officer from Northampton, and returned to Espiritu Santo the 2nd of December. Drayton continued to operate in the Solomons campaign, bombarding Munda, New Georgia, and protecting transports bound from the Russell Islands. She escorted the unladen transports to Wellington, New Zealand, then returned to Naumea the 7th of March 1943 for exercises and patrol with TF-64. Drayton sailed from Naumea the 13th of May 1943 as escort for a transport convoy and arrived at Townsville, Australia 4 days later. Through the summer, she escorted Australian transports carrying troops from Townsville to Milne Bay for the lengthy fighting on vast New Guinea. Drayton patrolled and gave fire support during the invasion landings at Lae on the 4th of September and bombarded Finschhafen on the 22nd of September. After brief overhaul at Brisbane, Australia, Drayton returned to the New Guinea area, escorting transports to Aurora, New Britain, for the landings of the 15th of December, and covered the marine landings near Cape Gloss to the 26th of December. She screened high-speed transports from Boona Roads to the invasion of Sador the 2nd of January, and aside from a brief voyage to Sydney to replenish, remained on patrol and escort duty for the occupation of the Bismarck Archipelago. Drayton carried troops for the invasion of Los Negros Island in the Admiralty Islands. Here she joined in the bombardment the 29th of February 1944 and remained to provide fire support. She returned with reinforcement troops from Milne Bay the 4th of March and began operating as headquarters for the Landing Craft Control Officer for the Admiralties. Drayton bombarded Pittialoo Island the 12th of March, then sailed for Seattle Harbor, Manus, escorting an LSD convoy before returning to New Guinea. The destroyer got underway from Milne Bay, New Guinea, the 22nd of March 1944 and escorted transports to Canton Island on her way to the west coast. Following an overhaul at San Francisco, California, Drayton trained out of Pearl Harbor before arriving at Eniwetok the 8th of August. For the next 2 months she patrolled off Maloelap, Wathia, Jalut, a mill, bypassed Japanese-held atolls in the Marshall Islands. Drayton reported to the 7th Fleet at Humboldt Bay, New Guinea, on the 20th of October 1944. 5 days later, she got underway for patrol and escort duty in newly invaded Leyte Gulf, where she arrived the 29th of October. Her service in this operation included a voyage to New Guinea to bring back transports laden with reinforcements. On the 6th of December, while screening a convoy of LCMs and LCIs to San Pedro Bay, Drayton was attacked by a twin-engine bomber which scored a near miss, killing 2 and wounding 7 of the destroyer's crew. The next day she repulsed a group of strafing planes before they could damage her charges, and later the same morning engaged 10 or 12 enemy fighters. 1 aircraft crashed into the No. 1 5-inch gun mount, killing 6 and wounding 12 men. Drayton extinguished her fires and carried out her mission, convoying her charges safely to harbor and then sailing unassisted to Manus, New Guinea for repairs. Her repairs completed, Drayton sailed from Manus the 26th of December 1944 for the invasion of Lingayen Gulf, Luzon, the 9th of January 1945. She gave fire support until the 13th, then sailed to San Pedro Bay to escort a support convoy to the beachhead. For the 27th of January to the 18th of February, she served on patrol and gave fire support, bombarding enemy troops in the foothills and destroying a strong point in a cave. Continuing to operate in the Philippines, Drayton participated in the landings at Mongaron Bay, Puerto Princesa, Cebu, Ormig Bay, and Masbate City. On the 23rd of April 1945, Drayton stood out of San Pedro Bay for the invasion of Borneo, screening the actions at Tarakan from 1 to the 27th of May and at Balikpapan from 1 to the 21st of July. Returning to Manila the 29th of July, she got underway the 7th of August and arrived at New York the 12th of September. Drayton was decommissioned the 9th of October 1945 and sold for scrap the 20th of December 1946. Awards. Drayton received 11 battle stars for World War II service. Legacy. The USS Drayton is depicted on the insignia of the Bath, Maine Fire Department.